in order for us to get to the point that we're at now, it just both took a lot of growing up on both of our parts. You know what I'm saying? We both just really had to just, kind of take a long look in the mirror and really just, face, a lot of ugly stuff about yourself that you may not really want to. But that's just a part of being a man, you know what I'm saying? And, during the time of, when we were together as little brother, me and Knife was always, our bond was really always deeper than music. I know we come across as very just serious and kind of just, fucking stoic, fucking Sir Lawrence Olivier ass niggas, but we are just the biggest clown motherfuckers ever. And that is really what 90 to 95% of our relationship consists of just fucking clowning on shit. And so, so once things went sour and, we weren't really communicating and then, everything went wrong, I was just more saddened by it just because I just felt damn, dude, we always said that we would never let the industry change who we are, you know what I'm saying? That was just kind of always our thing, just we would read the source and everything and just see all these motherfuckers just on some beef and shit, and we would just always swear to each other man, we ain't never going out like that, we'll never be that. But lo and behold, we on Twitter, goddamn acting the fool. It's just dude, how the fuck did we get here? And so, so it was really just kind of sad to me because, it wasn't really had nothing to do about the music. It wasn't about trying to get back as, we gonna get back, little brother. It wasn't about that at all. It was just really just about, I lost a friend, you know what I'm saying? And during the 4 years that me and him weren't really speaking, a whole lot of stuff went down, and it just really gave us both more of an understanding about each other. It really brought a lot of things full circle. And a lot of stuff he had experienced in his life, stuff that I went through that he didn't know about, stuff he went through I didn't know about. And, it was just really good because we both kind of had to humble ourselves, you know what I'm saying? He had to humble himself, in order to talk to me, and I had to humble myself to listen, because in the past, that had always kind of been something that I think we both kind of struggled with. Knife would never really want to talk about things. He would just kind of want to just keep it moving, and I wouldn't listen to people. I'd just be like, look, fuck it, I'm out, you know what I mean? And so we both kind of had to grow up a lot, and it happened when it needed to happen. So over the years, it's really been just an evolution, you know what I'm saying? But at the core of it is just really still just, Phonte and Pat just laughing at shit and clowning. That's real. I cannot make it no plainer than that. I mean, if we was to never record another song ever, I mean, it would just be us clowning on shit. That's really it. The thing that makes Knife's production style just his own is that he would just take sounds that, has been used, a million times. He can take a record, like The Makings of You by Curtis Mayfield. A record that's, been played, over and over again, it's been covered, and would just put a totally new spin on it and make you hear it in a way it's damn, I didn't hear that in it. And so what really sets him apart from anyone else, I think is just his ear, you know what I'm saying? That's with all producers, they just have, it's really your ear that really sets you apart from everyone. And with Knife, he just has a way of hearing stuff in records that nobody else does. He would be listening, and when we would talk about these stuff, I was like, well, what is it in the words you hear? He was like, well, it's not that I'm sampling the words, I'm sampling the melody that's behind the words. So if, if it's, oh baby, I believe you, I'm not sampling necessarily her, I'm trying to get the horns that are behind her. It will be stuff like that. And so that's what I think really sets him apart, is just the ear for melody, and just really being able to sample and really make it music, you know what I'm saying? And doing it with all genres, not just soul music. On the listening, I mean, we had a lot of samples that were not soul. They were kind of left field sample material. But that's what I think has set him apart over the years, is just that he's stayed true to himself and just stayed in his lane, and has never really tried to deviate from it. You know, he just kind of just stayed in his lane and perfected his craft rather than, okay, well, I'm gonna try to do this and I'm gonna try to do that and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know. That's kind of always been his MO, just perfecting what he does best and sticking with it. Oh man, we already got some stuff in the works. You know, I'm working on my solo record, you know what I'm saying, and he's doing, you know, he's probably gonna end up definitely like doing a couple of tracks on it. I'm doing work, you know, with him. We got, you know, the Drake and J. Cole record we doing. I just knocked out a record with him for the Terrace Martin project they're doing. So, you know, man, it's just, you know, we're at a point now where, you know, I just really feel like this is the place for me personally that I always hoped that we would be at. You know what I'm saying? Just in the sense that it was always, to me, just, you know, in my opinion, I can't speak for anyone else, but to me, I always saw me and Knife's working relationship as something that was gonna be bigger than little brother. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know, necessarily bigger in the sense of, you know, like financially bigger or whatever, but just I always saw us doing something more, but that was just the start. And I think a lot of the fans just kind of saw it, kind of see it as just, oh, when y'all gonna get little brother back there again? It's just like, nah, like that has served its purpose in our lives, you know what I'm saying? But we will still make music together and we will continue to grow as artists and, you know, help each other as brands and really, you know, expand in a way that we can really help each other and make and build great things together. But the little brother was just kind of, I feel like that was just the start for us. And like, I feel like the future is a whole lot brighter and we have so much, you know, more bigger and better things to accomplish. And so I'm looking forward to that, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely gonna be more music coming. I mean, we already started, you know, he'll send me something and shit, I turn it around next day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just, you know, do it like that. And that is, I always hope we will arrive at that point. And so I'm happy to be in this space. We both got a good feeling about the year. A lot of positive energy around, people really happy to see us working together again. And you know, I'm happy to it, but even more so, I'm just, you know, happy that, you know, we're friends again and we're able to just relate on that level because that's where it started. I would just say, just, you know, thank you to everyone who has just supported us over the years and all of our musical endeavors, from, you know, Ninth Wonders, you know, solo stuff, to Foreign Exchange, to you know, my stuff with Nicolay and Zoe, to Ninth stuff with on the IWW side. Just everyone who has supported our musical endeavors, we sincerely appreciate it. And you know, even in the years that me and Ninth was on the outs, there was always a respect that was there, just because we both recognized, and we've discussed this, just that we both recognized that, you know, we set the foundation for each other, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know, we really made each other, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is not, you know, not holding something on somebody's head like, I made you, motherfucker. It's not in a negative way like that. But what I mean is just that, you know, without our rhymes, you know what I'm saying, cats wouldn't have heard his beats, you know what I'm saying? Without his beats, my rhymes probably wouldn't have held as much weight, you know what I'm saying? So it was really just a thing of, you know, in the beginning where the sum was greater than the parts, you know what I'm saying? Ninth is dope in his own right, I'm dope in my own right. But when we come together, it really is something that's bigger than just the two of us. And we both recognize that, you know, even, you know, when we were kind of at odds, we still recognized that and gave each other that respect as artists. And so, you know, man, I would just say, just in closing, you know, I'm glad that I could, you know, be a part of this, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of give my part of it. And I'm sure the fans, I hope they'll be happy to see it. And, you know, if you have problems with somebody, don't go to Twitter. Like, don't fucking do it. Just call that man, send an email, text, something. Don't do it on Twitter. Just don't do it, because once private problems go public, it is very hard to clean it up. And luckily, you know, me and Knife, our story had a happy ending, but it normally doesn't end that way. You know what I'm saying?